Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Patek Philippe 5940G white gold perpetual calendar. You can see this micro-rotor automatic Tonneau perpetual calendar and purchase it on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch, with additional accessories included in the sale, high-resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this 5940G perpetual calendar. Now on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, you can see that the standout features of this watch are the strong contrast between the black and white accents and the ultra slim tonneau profile of the timepiece. A beautiful combination of contemporary complication, fit, finish, and materials with a vintage vibe profile. The watch fits easily on my 16 centimeter wrist. Now it's nice and slim. Only 8.5 millimeters in thickness, only 37 millimeters across the broad of the case from 9 to 3, not inclusive of the crown, and a compact of 44.5 millimeters from lug to lug. The lug to lug span is about what you would get from a Rolex Datejust 36 on a strap, so it's a very wearable timepiece that, in my estimation, could be worn with proportion and security on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters in circumference. Now the watch, because it is so flat, is paired with a strap to match. You can see it has sheer cut edges. It's completely unbolstered down the center, featuring alligator leather with a monotone stitch, black gloss. On the bottom, it's a wonderfully supple calfskin, and it's paired with a traditional low-profile spade-style white gold pin buckle. Because this is a classically inspired watch, it has a classically inspired buckle. The case hardly seems to have a single hard line, being sensuous with compound curves, a sort of, one might even say, bosomy complexity to it. It seems to be nothing but swelling volumes and twisting turns. The bezel does give the watch definition, so it's not excessively soft or effete. It's just a wonderfully sensuous, one might even say, fluid shape from Patek Philippe. The watch features a dial all of black with dimple-style minute track outboard and breguet-style applied and polished white gold Arabic numerals. Again, we're looking at a early 20th century Art Deco vibe, and the watch gives it off. It's absolutely redolent of styling refinements that came out of the 1920s and 30s and have beautifully survived in this collection alongside the complexity of a gorgeous and thoroughly balanced perpetual calendar indication. You have the 24-hour indicator as well as the day of the week indicator at 9 o'clock. The 24-hour indicator effectively telling you when you're in the danger zone and should not set the calendar manually. There's a beautiful radial date and a bosom moon phase at 6 o'clock anchoring the dial, and then at 3 o'clock you'll note there's both a leap year cycle indicator and the month of the year. Of course, a discrete Patek Philippe Genève script at 12 o'clock, and gorgeous white gold foy or leaf style hands at center. Again, a little bit more Art Deco inflection. On the case back, the caliber 240Q. It is a micro-rotor automatic perpetual calendar. It beats away at a stately 21,600 vibrations per hour because of the snap case back. It has a gentlemanly 3 ATM water resistance, so moisture, dust, and splash resistant, but don't take this one swimming. It's a gorgeous movement that features exactly the standards that you would expect traditionally from Patek Philippe. So since 2009, Patek Philippe using the Patek Philippe seal signature on movements. Nevertheless, the quality of materials, fit, and finish is exactly what you would have seen in the heyday of Patek's use of the Geneva hallmark standard. You can see a beautifully deep and textured linear Côte de Genève across the bridges, as well as the winding mass with the inset Calatrava cross and a tight and even perlage across the base plate of the movement. Now, of course, it does feature Patek Philippe's historic free-sprung gyromax architecture, such that the watch is relatively resistant to shock or vibration-induced timing deviations. Gyromax is great for setting a fine regulation and then holding it in the face of the slings and arrows of life on the wrist. Now, it also features the Spiromax amagnetic silicone hairspring, so modern materials are well represented, as they are at the center of the winding mass, where unlubricated high-efficiency ceramic rotor bearings help to energize this watch up to its maximum power reserve, which, depending on where the calendar is in its turnover cycle as the power reserve runs down, could be anywhere from 38 to 48 hours. It's a 27-jewel movement and robustly complex 275 parts in spite of the incredibly slim profile of the watch. This is a modern classic from Patek Philippe that draws its inspiration from the all-time greats of the Art Deco era. You can truly have your cake that is the past, and eat it too, modern complication fit and finish, by purchasing this watch on our website.